All right. Hey, y'all, how's it going? I am Joy. That is Steve, and we are back with week 11 already
Wow.
of
Hard to
the NFL
believe.
predictions versus. Yeah, I know. It is crazy hard to believe.
Yeah.
My throat hurts, so I have cocoa. So my apologies if you hear,
Coughing.
yeah, some throat clearing. I'll try to edit that out if I can, but
Hmm.
otherwise, it is the season. So,
Yeah. Please be patient, everyone.
yeah, tis the season to be coughing.
Hmm.
So, how did week 10 go for you?
Oh, it was a horrible week for me there. Lot of the big games there I thought would be easy wins for me turned out to be duds there. My record there, 5-9.
Ouch. That's I mean, I've been worse, admittedly. I've had a 4 and 11 once, so
Hmm.
it ain't that bad. I went 8 and 6, which is better, but also not like I have a lot of things that I can regret easily on this week, and we're gonna talk about a
Hmm.
lot of stuff. So per the usual, you can follow the timestamp at the beginning of the episode if you guys want to just skip straight to week 11's picks. More power
Hmm.
to you, but we are going to discuss quite a bit of stuff. First
Hmm.
things first, we have a change of the standings again, and we've broken our three-way tie.
Hmm.
We have SDS back in first with 90, 59, and 1. I am solo in second with 88, 61, and 1. John has 87, 62, and 1. Buff has leapfrogged you now at 85, 64, and 1. And you have 84, 65, and 1.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh. But you are only one game back from
Yeah.
Buff and
Yeah.
only six back, I think, from SDS. So
Yeah.
with him making his bold spite picks, you do have a
Hmm.
shot.
Yeah.
And speaking of spite, I believe we are at a total of 7 and 2
Hmm.
for spite picks on the week because Buff had a really, really good call with the Commanders game, which I'm actually really happy about.
Yeah.
Except
Congratulations to you, Bob.
yeah, except for how it worked out for me in fantasy, but that's a different topic that I might get into at some point in the episode. Not sure. But first things first, let's just get this out of the way. Biggest regret.
Oh. Mine would be obviously picking the Seahawks to beat the Bucks there because lot of Tom Brady fans over in Munich there helped them to win it there.
Yeah, they were definitely rather vocal. I'm confused by the Country Roads song that they sang.
Hmm.
Tom Brady isn't exactly a Country Roads kind of guy. I
Hmm.
didn't think like he's a Cali kid, not exactly a country bumpkin. So I
Yeah,
was a little
true.
confused at their choice of song there, but that was um that was John's regret of the week too. But for a
Hmm.
completely different reason that I will let him describe in the comments because I know that he has a plan to do so, and so I
Hmm.
will not spoil that for him.
Yeah.
My regret is rather difficult, actually. Let me look at my losses real quick. It's really hard to actually only pick one on
Hmm.
this,
Hmm.
but I think I'm gonna go with the Commanders game as my
Okay.
my upset of the week because while it was a rather large upset to have an undefeated team get taken down by Washington, it was
Hmm.
primed. Like it was the perfect storm for an upset to happen.
Yeah.
And the fact that I didn't go with my Heineke, and I should have.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite, if not my favorite QB in the league. Like his entire
Yeah.
story and his play style, and
Yeah.
not getting the respect that he deserves.
True.
Ron Rivera. But like I should have trusted that, and I should have trusted their defense, and the Eagles were bound to fall at some point.
Yeah.
And so the fact that I put all of my eggs in their basket for my fantasy team and ended up losing by 3 points, and the fact that I didn't call the upset when I should have,
True.
that would probably be my regret of the week.
True.
What would be your shock?
Shocker. It's obviously the Cowboys losing to the Packers there.
I agree, and more so than that, I was shocked at the way that it happened. The overtime I believe it was because Dallas went for it on fourth and four, fourth and two, something like that at midfield.
Mm-hmm.
And I question that, to be fair. You have a
Yeah.
really, really strong defense. I don't know why you wouldn't pin them back with a good punt and force them to beat you.
Yeah. True.
So I question that. That was definitely a surprise.
Yeah.
How about though Jeff Saturday's first job as a coach, being against a
Yeah.
team that he 2 weeks prior said are horrible on
True.
Twitter.
Yeah.
So that was really well timed,
Yeah.
and I'm really happy about that. I didn't really give him a whole lot of credit as a coach because, quite frankly, he was a center. I didn't expect him to really be very astute in the
True.
coaching game, but he didn't do too bad. Now it's either
Yeah.
that he's not that bad
Yeah.
or the Raiders really are. And quite frankly, I do not know
Hmm.
which one
I
that
would go
is.
with B myself.
Yeah, I would probably say the latter,
Mhm.
but I'm not going to sneeze at what Jeff Saturday did.
Yeah.
He did a very good thing. Good job. Now, game of the week. I don't think we have much room for debate on this one.
True.
It has to be Bills Vikings.
Exactly.
That
There.
game was one of the most insane and entertaining games I have ever watched
True.
since we've started doing this.
Yeah. Josh Allen there, despite the injury, there came out guns blazing.
Yeah, I mean, there was so much back and forth. And, as much as I want to be a hater on Minnesota because, they're in the division and I feel
Hmm.
like it's in my blood, I can't.
Hmm.
They
Yeah.
did such a good job on that. And honestly, win or lose in that game,
Hmm.
that should have silenced the haters and the doubters about their legitimacy as an 8-1 team.
True.
Like,
True.
yeah, they've only beaten, under 500 teams. Not
Mm.
anymore.
Nope.
And they always find a way to win. I don't know how exactly they do that. I would love to, because, I know a certain team in the North who can't. But,
Hmm.
you know, uh, it was just a really fun game. There was a lot of things that I would question as well. Josh Allen trying to do a QB sneak up the middle when they
Hmm.
were on their own goal line, and then and then fumbling it in the end zone
Yeah.
to even give Minnesota a chance at it was kind of
Hmm.
questionable to me.
Yeah.
But then of course there was the catch by Jefferson that was amazing. Stefon Diggs had one prior to that that was amazing. So
Hmm.
it was just a really, really good game, and I think that this could very well have been game of the year, in my opinion. It was just that great.
Yeah. Exactly.
So now that that one was covered, we can
Hmm.
move on to week 11 because there's really nothing else we can talk
True.
about. Um,
True. Yeah.
so for week
And
11, go ahead.
this week we have the usual four four bye teams on the bye.
We have the Jaguars, the Dolphins, and then the Bucks and Seahawks taking their rest after their matchup in Germany will be
Hmm.
on the bye for this week.
Hmm.
And I think week 12 we might have almost a full schedule again.
True. Cause count the Thanksgiving Day games there.
Yeah, yeah. So hopefully we do. My math is it's going to take me way too long to count all those, so I'm not going to bother. But yes, we have 4 teams on the bye. I'm looking forward to this week because I think it's going to be very, very interesting. So if you are ready,
I'm ready to go.
all right. First up, we have the very shocking Packers taking
Hmm.
on King Henry and the Titans.
Yeah, the obviously nobody saw the Packers come back and beating the Cowboys there.
Yeah, I mean, well, at least one person did because SDS did take the Packers over the Cowboys. I think that he took them just because he doesn't like Dallas, but
Yeah,
I mean, kudos for getting it right. That was definitely a good split win for you.
true,
It moved you up into first all by yourself, so good job.
true. Yeah, and Tennessee are getting Tannehill back there, and that be that's a great help to Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I will say that because I mean, it took some of the carries off of Malik Willis.
Mhm.
So now you have Derrick Henry as your main runner,
Mhm.
because Ryan Tannehill is not going to be doing
True.
the running for himself. So that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. But with me this week, I think this one's going to be a real close game. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to a field goal at the end of the game there. And with me there, I'm going a minor upset. I think I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers and Packers to upset the Titans.
That would make me upset. Um, I'm taking Tennessee in this one.
Okay.
Minor spite, minor fanhood. I'm kind of letting my fans speak for me in this one. I really like Derrick Henry. I know that they only put up 17 on Denver of all teams, so I know that it's going to be a struggle. But I'm trusting in the run game because
Yeah.
especially with it being in Green Bay,
Yeah.
and Green Bay has just now remembered that they have running backs on the team apparently.
Yeah.
So we shall see if they're going to be good to go
True.
in the frigid, frozen tundra of Lambeau.
Yeah.
But I
So are
think,
you going to put that in the spike column?
um, yeah, because I think it is pretty close, and so I'm just letting spite lead, and so I'm going to take a spite pick and go with Tennessee.
Okay.
So a split and a spite.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, speaking of, here we go again. We have the Bears going to Atlanta.
Yeah. Obviously, the Bears there, they ma- they made close against the Lions there, but they blew the lead there. I don't know what happened to them.
Yeah, I honestly don't really know either. I'm really happy.
Mm-hmm.
I know that their missed extra point really came back to bite them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. Justin Fields is one heck of a running back,
Mm-hmm.
and the Lions had a hard time containing him.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't really know how they let Detroit come back, but I'm happy that they did.
Yeah. And obviously the Falcons coming off a huge loss to Carolina last week.
Yeah, which again, I'm fairly happy that it happened, just because of they deserved to lose after what they did in week 8.
Mm.
Like they just shouldn't have won that one either, and
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
But with me there, I'm scared to pick either team because if I pick a certain team there, I know I'm going to end up with a loss either way.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
It's really
So
really a toss up.
true. So with apologies to you, I think I'm going to go with the Bears to beat the Falcons.
I'm This is 2 games in a row that I am just letting the spite run free, and I'm taking Atlanta at home over the
Okay.
Bears. Because if they have a hard time stopping Detroit's offense, I don't really know what they're going to do with Atlanta's offense.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be really interested in the game, but I also I foresee Atlanta taking it. I do think that is a close matchup, and so I'm just leaning towards not Bears because I
Mm-hmm.
can.
Yeah, your favorite hashtag, frick the Bears.
Frick the Bears. Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next up we have the Bills coming off of an amazing game,
Mm-hmm.
hosting the Browns, who I believe are coming off of a bye.
True, they're like we said there with the Bills there. Who they they went out guns blazing, even though it was in a losing effort to the Vikings there.
Yeah, I don't think they can feel bad about that game, though. Not in the least. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And with the Browns there, as far as I'm concerned, they're just waiting till Deshaun Watson comes back in the another 2 3 games there.
Mm-hmm. More than likely, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm curious what that's gonna do for
Jacoby Brissett.
well, no, he's just gonna go away.
Yeah.
He'll go back down to the bench where apparently he
Mm-hmm.
belongs. But no, I'm curious what that'll do for Nick Chubb,
True.
because right now he's getting like, he's getting his touches, he's getting his yardage, he's basically carrying the offense, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you bring Watson in, he actually plays well.
Mm-hmm.
And if I remember correctly, he was a bit of a runner as well. So
True.
is that going to make the run game suffer any? Because now we
Yeah,
have someone who's quote unquote more competent under center.
true. I guess we'll have to wait and see in the next few weeks.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So I bet you we'll be in agreement that we'll take the Bills to turn it around.
Yeah, 100%. They deserve it after last week. They really do. I mean, I would say that Josh Allen of anybody would have a disappointment after last week because it was on him. You know, he did throw the pick. He did fumble the ball. So
Yeah.
now that loss was kind of squarely on him. So you have to think that's playing with his mind a little bit.
Hmm.
So I think this is a really good chance to have a bounce back game,
Yeah.
especially with as much snow as they're going to get up in Buffalo.
Hmm.
Oh my God,
Yeah. True.
what a game that's going to be. All right, next up we have the Eagles going to the Colts.
Yeah. Obviously, the Eagles coming off their first loss of the season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So now
That,
they're also 8-1, I believe.
yeah. So now, now they got turning around there. Figure out what was their weaknesses and improve them there.
Hmm. I mean, apparently they have a hard time stopping a run.
Yeah.
I would think so. It's
Yeah.
kind of interesting to think that they're going to be facing one of the better running backs in the league, and
Yeah.
to see how they can play with that is going to be fun.
Yeah. True. And on top of that, they're taking on a team that they won the first game for their coach Jeff Saturday there.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they did it with Matt Ryan back at QB there.
which is just smart. That's just smart football. I don't know why it took them so long to figure out we need a veteran there. I know that everyone was saying that he was washed up and stuff, but like
Yeah,
clearly no, he just needed the right pieces
yeah,
and scheme,
exactly,
you know?
exactly. So with me, I think this is going to be a bounce back game for the Eagles, and that'll be my pick against the Colts.
I'm also taking the Eagles. I already said that this is going to be my regret because I have a feeling about this game, and I started getting that feeling the closer our recording came.
Mm-hmm.
I pinned down the Eagles a while ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I just started feeling bad about the game the
Mm-hmm.
whole time. So I have a feeling that it's primed for upset potential
Mm-hmm.
because I think that Jonathan Taylor's going to
Maybe.
have himself a game, but I'm taking the Eagles anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes. I hope that we're right, but
Mm-hmm.
it's also going to be really fun if we're wrong.
Mm-hmm. True.
All right, now we have an AFC East battle with the Patriots hosting the Jets.
Yeah. Patriots were off last week. Were they there?
Yeah, they're coming off the bye. I believe the Jets were as well.
Yeah. True.
So this
This,
is
but
honestly, I don't have an advantage pick now because
yeah.
I typically go with whoever was off the bye. They
Yeah.
both were.
Yeah. Obviously, Patriots finally solved their quarterback issues with Mac Jones there, and hopefully get a better game around them.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, but
And
we
the bye should help them be well
yeah
rested, so
yeah
Myers can play well.
true. But this week they're taking on the Sauce there.
Mhm. I do like Sauce, I will say.
Yeah yeah yeah. But remember the last time they took on each other a couple weeks ago, the Patriots just dominated the Jets there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
remember at the
remembered,
Meadowlands there.
yeah, I
Yeah
remembered that differently.
yeah
Wow, okay.
yeah.
My brain did a funny.
Yeah.
It
Uh,
remembered that the Jets came out of nowhere and surprised the Patriots.
well, I thought it was a couple weeks ago there.
Yeah, I'm checking too. And then we can
Yeah.
reset ourselves.
Uh, it was uh, it was in week 8 there. Week 8 there. The Patriots beat the Jets.
Yep, they did. 22-17.
Yeah.
Why did
There
I
you go.
misremember that? Okay.
Yeah.
Interessante.
There we
Anyway,
go. Good thing
resetting.
I checked the book there.
Yeah, me too. Wow. Okay. Good job, me.
Hmm. Yeah, but hopefully this time there the sauce will correct the mistakes he he made on week 8, and the Jets hopefully pull off a little bit of an upset over the Patriots there.
I am actually taking the Patriots, but my logic was completely different. Because again, I thought that the Jets won earlier on in the season. I thought it was one of their surprising wins, and so I was gonna say, well, I can't possibly see a sweep between these two teams,
Hmm.
so I'm gonna go ahead and take the Patriots so that they don't get swept by the Jets. Turns out, now I'm just taking a sweep of the
Yeah,
Patriots to the
there you
Jets,
go.
which now I also don't see happening. So I see an upset potential happening here as well. But
Hmm.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, true.
Unfortunately. All right. Next up, we have the Rams, who may be Matt Staffordless,
Hmm.
going to New Orleans.
True. Not only without Matt Stafford, they could be without Cooper Cup for possibly the rest of the season.
Yeah, I think he's out like a minimum of 4 weeks or something.
Hmm.
So
True.
I don't know. We'll see if he can have a speedy recovery, but it's not looking good for their season, which
Mm,
looks really good for the Lions because they get a draft pick in the first round this year.
true.
So I'm looking
True.
forward to that.
True. And obviously, the Saints coming off that loss over the Steelers, which I guess I was the only one who predicted it, unless somebody else got that right.
I don't really recall. I think SDS may have, because if he's going to go with
Hmm.
any team
Yeah,
against New Orleans, he will. But
yeah, true.
yeah, I kind of that was one of my regrets as well. But to
Hmm.
be fair, uh, I didn't know that TJ Watt was back
True,
until after I picked the Saints. So
true, true. Yeah, but with me this week there, I think I'm gonna go with the Saints to beat the Rams there because without if they don't have Stafford and obviously they won't have Cooper Cup, I don't see any chance with them.
yeah, I do see a chance, but it's not a very strong chance.
Hmm.
So I am also taking the Saints in this one.
Hmm.
I kind of feel bad because I do like Stafford still,
Hmm.
but if he's not going to play, then I honestly don't see it. I really don't. And the more the Rams lose, the happier a Lions fan could become.
Yeah, there
Two,
you go.
two top 10 or top 15 picks, please.
True.
Well, speaking of the Lions, they will be going to New York to take on the Giants.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one for the Lions there.
It
I
will.
mean, they barely scraped by the Bears there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
and
did.
yeah, and now this week they have to take on Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley is my fear for this game
Hmm.
as a Lions fan. Because
Hmm.
if you can't contain Justin Fields, how are you going to contain an actual runner?
Hmm. True. It it could be a nightmare game for them there
Yeah,
with
their
all
their
these
run
years.
D is not good, and so it's going
True.
to be a problem. It's going to be a
True.
long night or
So
day, I guess.
obviously with me, I'm taking the Giants there.
Yeah, I agree. I want Detroit to win, and I think that they can, but also the safe pick here is just to go with the Giants on that.
Hmm.
I wasn't going to be bold enough to go out on the limb for the upset on this one. All right, next up we got the Panthers going to the Ravens, who are fresh off of a bye.
True.
So running back one is well rested.
Yeah, and obviously Ravens Ravens are going to be going to come out guns a blazing there, and I don't know about Carolina there. They barely got by the Falcons there
Mm-hmm. True.
last week there. So I bet you we'll be in total agreement and take the Ravens.
Yeah, 100%. I do like Carolina. I think that they have a future, but it ain't gonna happen this week. Now, if it does, I'm gonna laugh
Mhm.
really hard at Lamar Jackson losing to Carolina. But
True.
all
If he
right.
does, then their season's going to be in shambles after that.
Well, it would make you question things, I suppose, because if you're coming fresh off of a bye,
Hmm.
then you should be able to handle yourself fairly well, especially
Hmm.
against a team like that. Then again, I've never liked their defense this season. It is definitely not the defense of old. So
True.
we'll see what happens. I still think the Ravens got this in the
Yeah.
bag, but
Yeah.
I would sure love an upset.
True.
All right, so next up we have Washington and Houston.
Yeah. Obviously, the Commanders coming off that huge win on Monday night there.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There were rumors there. The coach was thinking about benching Taylor Heineke for Carson Wentz. For God's sake, let's hope that never happens because Heineke's the hot hand right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they
He
go to
is.
Wentz, then you might as well wave the flag for surrendering.
You know what though? In a weird, twisted kind of way, I kind of want them to because that means that he would possibly become available
Mhm.
after the season, and again, I want him. So if we could, he'd be cheap
Mhm.
and a bit of an upgrade, if not just a lateral shift. But
True.
I would say he's a bit of an upgrade and
Mhm.
certainly cheaper and more cap friendly. And clearly, Ron Rivera does not like him.
Mhm.
So sure,
Yeah.
it'd
True.
be a stupid decision, but if you're going to be stupid,
Mhm.
you know, feel free.
True. But I think we'll probably be in agreement because obviously the Texans are a failed team this year.
They're struggling.
Yeah. Exactly there. So we're both taking the Commanders.
Yes, we are. With the hope that Carson Wentz does not play.
Mm-hmm. True.
If he does play, it's a little bit more sketch on whether or
Mm-hmm.
not they're going to win. But
Mm-hmm.
I think even if he does play,
Mm-hmm.
and forbid, I think they'll still have it well in hand.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. This one I have been torn on pretty much since I've seen the schedule release for the
Mm-hmm.
week. We have the Broncos, if I can click the button, and the Raiders.
Yeah. Obviously, the Raiders team's a mess there.
Yeah, they are.
How did they lose to a rookie coach there in Jeff Saturday?
Well, I mean, Jeff Saturday did say that they were terrible. And so he
Mm-hmm.
knew exactly what their game was. He
Mm-hmm.
knew how to plan for it, and
Mm-hmm.
he did so successfully. So
True.
kudos to him.
Yeah.
Shame on the
So
Raiders, but kudos to him.
yeah. Obviously, wouldn't surprise me after the season the Raiders clean house in the coaching staff again.
Which is so silly. You guys just got him. But
Mm-hmm.
if you do that, make sure that you do that before he trades off Derek Carr, because there was rumors about that as well. There were
True.
like 6 different teams who contacted the Raiders about the availability of Carr.
Yeah.
So don't let this guy ruin your team before you get rid of him.
True.
We've been down that road in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't fun. So just make
True.
sure that you can secure your
True.
team before you get a new
Mm-hmm.
coach. But also, speaking of coaches, this is a bit of a return game
Mm-hmm.
for Josh McDaniel because he used to coach Denver and wasn't all that great down there either.
No. Yeah.
Not that I can remember. He had Tim
True.
Tebow. They ran Wildcat a lot. The rest of the league
Yeah.
learned
Yeah.
that they're going to run Wildcat a lot and then shut them
True.
down immediately. And
True.
then he went back to being a coordinator, which is honestly where I think he belongs.
Yeah. With me this week, I'm hoping Russell Wilson has has a bounce back game there because he needs a big win there after all the struggles there.
Yeah, Lord knows he needs one. I just, as much as I was just talking trash about the game and the
Mm-hmm.
team,
Mm-hmm.
I can't give up on the Raiders just yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking the Raiders on the road.
Whoa.
Yeah,
So
it's probably an upset, but I don't believe in Denver, and I still want to have a little bit of faith in the Raiders, so
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to.
Yeah. So obviously it's a split because I took the Broncos.
Yep, yep. So another one.
Mhm.
Yay! Crap. All right, where are we going next here? We've got Dallas and Minnesota in what should
Wow.
be a really, really good game. This could be game of the week again.
True. Obviously, Vikings coming off that huge win in Buffalo there.
Hmm.
No, but which neither of us saw coming.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted it to come,
Hmm.
but I didn't really fully anticipate it because I hoped that Buffalo at home would be a stronger, but
True.
Skull, good on
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. And obviously, Cowboys. I don't know how they blew that one to Green Bay there.
Coaching.
Yeah, exactly there. If I was the Cowboys there, I'd be going. I'd be looking to sign OBJ right away. That's just my opinion.
I mean, I don't know. I do kind of see them trying to sign him, but I don't really know if he would have helped in that particular situation since it was a coaching error
Mhm.
that kind of caused them to turn the ball over.
True.
But I don't know. I mean, you can't really argue that he would be an asset. So,
Hmm. True.
I suppose.
Yeah. But with me there, I think we'll probably be in agreement, and both of us take the Vikings to beat the Cowboys.
Yeah, as much as I do think that Dallas deserves a bit of a bounce back game,
Hmm.
they're going to be bouncing back against a really strong, really good team.
Hmm.
And I think this is going to be back to back road losses to the North.
True.
And I am taking Minnesota.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have an AFC North battle with the Bengals and the Steelers. The Bengals, I believe, are coming off of the bye.
True. Yeah. Yeah. But there's still going to be about Jamal Chase there. So that's
I,
their only weakness.
I wish, you know what? I really wish I would have known that. I forgot.
Because I heard they're targeting him for when they take on, I think, Titans there.
Let me take a look here. Yeah, next week in week 12.
Yeah. So,
Crap. All right, well,
yeah.
regret number two.
Yeah. And obviously, Steelers coming out with that huge win against the Saints, as we discussed earlier.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I like TJ Watt a lot.
Hmm.
So having him back on the field is going to be helpful,
True.
especially because now you pretty much know that the Bengals are going to primarily run the ball with Mixon and try to
Hmm.
duplicate what they did prior to the bye.
True.
But against the line of Pittsburgh, I don't know anymore.
Yeah. They could be in huge trouble there if Mixon tries to run there and T.J. Watt catches him.
Yeah, just blow them up. Just
Hmm. Hmm.
oh, it's gonna be such a good hit. I can
True.
envision the hit already,
True.
and I like it a lot.
True. So with me there, I say it's going to be two in a row for Pittsburgh, and my lock is the Steelers.
Yeah, you know what? I should have. So I took the Bengals in this one,
Okay.
just because they're coming off the bye, and Joe Mixon did run pretty well prior, so now they're well rested. But
Hmm.
not having Chase is definitely going to be a bummer. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Hmm.
Crap, I'm so sad about that. I really should have
Hmm.
done more research.
Yeah. That was my last pick there
Yeah, yeah, me too.
for there.
I
Yeah.
didn't really know.
Yeah. Luckily, before I made my pick there, I checked Google on the Chase there and find out if he's still injured or not there.
Yeah, and he's actually out. He's not just a game time decision.
Yeah.
Crap. Okay. You know what? It's fine.
Hmm.
It's okay. They have other receivers
Mhm.
and a decent tight end, and then Joe Mixon. And I'm just going to trust in Burrow.
Mhm.
I don't like the offense of the Steelers, so
True.
we can see that. It's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah.
Speaking of, though, we have an AFC West battle now with Kansas City and the Chargers.
Mhm. Yeah. Obviously, Chargers come out that huge loss to the Niners there on last week there.
Yeah, it was a really close game, though. I will give them
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, this is actually two back-to-back Sunday night football games for them.
Yeah. True.
Interesting.
Yeah. Fascinating.
Hmm.
Yeah. And but now it's going to get worse for them there. Now they got to deal with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Juju Smith-Schuster,
Hmm.
which is going to be a rough one for them.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, they led, I think Christian McCaffrey had a decent game again,
Hmm.
but they only lost by 6, which isn't horrible.
Hmm. True.
And those when they were on the road. Now they're going to be at home. So I don't know if it really plays that much of a difference when you have Kansas City coming to town, but I think it'll still be interesting.
Yeah. Who's to say there?
Hmm.
Yeah. But with me there, my pick's obviously Mahomes and the Chiefs there to beat him there.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I kind of have to because Mahomes is my starter for my league. So
Yeah. Go with the hot hand.
yeah, exactly. I mean, sort of, but yeah.
Hmm.
All right, and then our final game is an NFC West battle on Monday night with the 49ers go to Colt McCoy and the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah. And but I gotta make a little correction for that statement there. The game's going to be held in Mexico City.
Ah, still, that's actually even better because now it's a neutral site.
Yeah, true,
But they will still be facing Colt McCoy
true,
and the Cardinals.
true. Obviously, Niners were dominating there, still dominating there. It's all thanks to their big trade for Christian McCaffrey.
He did definitely make the difference, 100%.
Hmm.
And now they're getting Debo Samuels back too, so it's going to be even better.
Ooh, that's a good one-two punch to have
Yeah,
there for what's that quarterback's name there?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, Jimmy G. There, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Jimmy G,
Yeah.
who hasn't exactly done a whole lot, to be fair,
Hmm.
in getting these wins. He hasn't really
Hmm.
produced as a QB very well. He was like, someone said that when you're in a big group project and you don't do any of the work, but you get the grade anyway,
True,
that was
true.
kind of the meme for him.
Yeah.
But they do have a very good offense with Kittle and Samuels and McCafferty. So
Yep, true. Yeah, this one's going to be, I think it's going to be a bit of a blowout there, and I think the Niners are going to dominate the Cardinals.
yeah, I agree. Just because like the Cardinals are just so blah this year, which makes me
Hmm.
sad because they have a Watt on the team and I always want them to do well. But
Hmm.
I don't know, like, Kyler going down to injury
Hmm.
uh, doesn't help. But even when he was on the field, they were kind of like, I don't know. I always felt they were subpar. So we'll see how they do. But I am in agreement, and I think that it's going to be just kind of more of the same. And San Francisco is going to kind of walk all over them.
Hmm.
All right. So how many splits did we have?
We had five ourselves.
That's going to be wow. Okay, that's quite the week.
Yeah. Hmm.
All right. Well, let's take a look at the other people then and see what they did. All right. First up, there are SDS's picks. He has a weekend of stress-free football because his Bucks are on the bye.
Hmm.
He's pretty much in agreement with everything except he took the Rams over the Saints because, of course, he did. He took the Giants, but he said wouldn't be surprised if the Lions win, which
Yeah.
is great. I love
I'm
that idea.
surprised he took the Rams, not knowing about Cooper Cup's injury.
Oh, I'm sure he knows. He just doesn't care because it's
Okay.
the Saints, and the Saints will lose in his world.
Yeah.
So we'll see. He also did take the Cowboys, so he's not like a super mega hater.
Hmm.
I think he has a problem against Minnesota more than Dallas for some reason.
Oh.
Because like the Vikings are just they're a really strong team. I don't know how you can possibly deny the strength of that team, but I would love to hear your reasoning for not liking Minnesota
Yeah.
down in the comments
Obviously,
if you would like.
yeah. Yeah. Obviously, put it in the comments below there, but you have a problem there.
Yeah, I mean, because I mean, even if you're gonna like go for fan bases and how annoying one fan base or one fan is over the other,
Mm-hmm.
like you can't deny the talent is there.
True.
So I'm curious. I think it'll be close though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a decent split to have.
Yeah.
All right, next up we have John, who also pretty much agreed with everything there. He took the Saints and said, "Staff is day to day, but if he plays, then I messed up."
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Yeah.
He took the Giants, but also said, "Go Lions." You.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, everybody wants Detroit to win and do well. I just don't know if they're going to be able to
Yeah. Yeah.
stand up to the pressures.
True.
Changing my light over. Hang on.
No problem.
Okay. And now, in a very fun round of
Mm-hmm.
picks, we have Buff, who has reasonings for pretty much every game.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just give this a shot here. We have week 11. How bold shall I be?
Mm-hmm.
He's taking the Titans because he knows that the Packers won last week, but can they really stop the King? And a
Mm-hmm.
pinch of spite.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. He took the Falcons because Fields is a great running back, trash QB.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
He took the Colts. This is for sure a spite pick. Besides, the Eagles can't stop the run,
Mm-hmm.
and JT is being used right for the first time in forever. And I
Mm-hmm.
have a clip for that. I'm gonna play right here.
Okay.
I actually went out and found this clip, Buff, so hopefully it was the right one for you.
Mm-hmm.
He's only had one 100-yard game. Second down. So there's a big hole. He's off to the races. Chased by Harmon. Chased by Webb. And you can kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Colts.
Make that 2 games, Kevin.
Okay,
There you go.
hopefully. He took the Patriots because Wilson has a dog in him, just not the right dog in him.
Yeah.
I can kind of agree, but also one could argue that the dog that he has in him is pretty cool and fun
Mm-hmm.
and could get him places, so we'll see. He took the Commanders. And
Mm-hmm.
did I mention that this D line is bussin' for real, sheesh? Yes. Yes, you did.
That's
And
really
yes, I
cool.
did. So thank you for that. He took the Saints. No cup, no good.
Mm-hmm.
He took the Bills. Uh, suck that Vikings defense. Keep it clean.
Mm-hmm.
I always do,
Keep a PG.
publicly. He took the Ravens because Panthers are, garbage.
Mm-hmm.
He took the Giants, saying that the Lions may be on a winning streak, but that requires me to actually have faith in them.
Mm-hmm.
No offense taken, but
Mm-hmm.
also ouch.
Mm-hmm.
He took the Raiders. Both teams are terrible, but the Raiders have a better offense. I can agree with that because they do have Devontae Adams, so there's a bright spot.
Mm-hmm.
He took the Vikings over the Cowboys. At this point, I Vike that, and we just find ways to win.
Skull.
Skull. He took the Steelers, which is the biggest upset pick of the week. It was his boldest pick of the week. I can
Yeah.
agree with that. I really wish that I would have remembered that Jamar Chase was out. So I would have agreed with you had I actually remembered, but I did not. And then he rounds it off with Chiefs and 49ers. No explanation needed because it's just kind of what they are.
Yeah.
And like I said in my reply to him, this is going to be fun to read, and it most certainly was. So thank you for all of that. Much appreciated. Honestly, having him in the series has been one of the more fun decisions that I've ever made.
Most entertaining.
Yeah, it's been really entertaining, really fun. We've been getting to chat more because of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been really, really cool. So
Mhm.
there's everybody's picks, all the fun that it has. Anything you want to say before you go ahead and wrap up?
Obviously, everybody there, if you love our predictions games there, obviously hit the like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell for all future videos on here.
Yep, we have one NFL video a week up until the end of the season. We'll probably do another Black Monday. I was almost going to say Black Friday. We're going to have another Black Monday video, more than likely, coming up in
Yeah,
December.
yeah.
I'm not entirely sure how that's going to go, but we did it last year and it was really fun, so we'll see if we can do it again.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really like doing these kinds of things. It's really cool that you want to join me in it. I appreciate it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, check out the links down below for all of our records. If you want to follow along down there, as well as what's on the clipboard, that'll also be down there. Also, my links to Twitter and my Discord server. Discord should be getting more use because of Twitter being Twitter right now. But
Yeah,
I
Jeff.
am,
Thank you,
yeah,
Jeff Bezos.
Elon Musk actually.
Oh yeah, Elon Musk. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's no problem. The little muskrats being a problem.
Yeah,
And so we don't know what's going to happen on the whole Twitter aspect of things. I'm still
yeah,
there, but I'm not really like there, if that makes
yeah,
any kind of sense. But
yeah.
yeah, so check out all the links down below for all of that, membership, merch, and the like. And we will catch you next week for more of the NFL predictions versus when we embark upon week 12
And the Thanksgiving Day games.
and Thanksgiving. Gobble gobble.
Thank you, everyone. See you next week.